I guess I was one of the first. So whatever we innovated on was always new.
How are you so clear with what Mommy Mundo is actually doing? Like,
And if not for them, maybe I wouldn't be able to stay.
Hey Protons, positively charged beings, this is your life coach, Kimilu, and we are here now on our second episode with Janice Villanueva of Mommy Mundo.
Hello again, Kimi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Okay, so on this episode, we are going to focus on your entrepreneurship and Mommy Mundo, this entire community that you have built, and it has been here for 25 years already. And I mean, we're here at Chal's place, and she really mentioned, shout out to Chal because she requested that we talk about consistency. And that is huge for anyone who's building anything, business, community. It's always important. And people always say you just need to be consistent. But it's so difficult to be consistent. I don't know where we're going to start. Is it the consistency or how Mommy Mundo started? It's up to you.
I guess both.
Okay,
we can say that, I've been doing Mommy Mundo for almost 25 years, unofficial as well. As I started even before I had a name. So I guess the consistency meaning that there's always something happening, like for the past 20 years. It's because it's hinged on the purpose of why I set it up, or why I formed Mommy Mundo.
I'm guessing that everyone who's watching this know about Mommy Mundo already, but just in case there's somebody out there who's a new mom or who's thinking about becoming one, what is Mommy Mundo?
Yeah, so Mommy Mundo is the Philippines' pioneering omni-channel platform for mothers in the Philippines. So, and that's since 2008 officially.
Okay.
So when we say omni-channal platform, we touch mothers' lives in different platforms wherever she's at. So meaning on ground, online, whether that means email, event, social media, or
and nationwide and globally.
Nationwide, and starting globally.
I love that. And it has helped so many. Like, would you have a number in mind?
Yeah, well, I did the numbers like pre-pandemic. It was 1 million. I said, oh, 1 million.
1 million.
And then my team insists, they say it's the last kit we have, it says 10 million.
Whoa! Wow.
In terms of reach, that's both online and offline.
Amazing.
So on ground.
10 million.
Yeah, that's 25 years.
I'm thinking this isn't just moms. This is actually families. So 10 million times at least 2, right? If you have one child
or a spouse.
And then a spouse, times 3 na yon, right? So 30 million, give or take, I would say, claiming that for Mommy Mundo for sure. So how did it start? I mean, we touched on it earlier in our first episode, but now it's really time for you to share. Like, how did you even think of that? There wasn't any, and I was reflecting, and I was thinking, wow, it's been 25 years, and I am actually aware of communities because my parents are part of Marriage Encounter community. There's Family Encounter. There's something for the youth, but that's more religious. And you were also mentioning about schools. You know, there's parent-teacher, parents community, but no just mommy community. So that's really, for me, a first of its kind in the country. Very innovative. And that's why I call her a trailblazer. So tell us how that all happened.
Thanks, Kimi. I want to say first that I wasn't alone. Like when I started, I had 2 main groups. The first one was my breastfeeding mommies. Like we were all advocates. And at the time I started, my first business was actually a nursing wear company. It's called Mommy Matters. So my cousin and I, Candy, would design nursing clothes. I needed it for myself when I was breastfeeding my son. And then there were not many breastfeeding moms at the time. So we decided to organize like support groups together with other moms. So we were around maybe 15 moms and then 3 groups, like Rome, and then the childbirth educators, and then we had breastfeeding counselors, and me and my cousin, and we would organize events inviting celebrity moms to talk about breastfeeding. The goal was to make breastfeeding cool and aspirational.
I love it. Yes, I love
Right?
it. I mean,
So-
just like Madonna making yoga cool. Parang that was the thought process, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, breastfeeding, nobody talks about it's taboo. You need to hide.
Yeah,
You need to go to the restroom or something. But now, because of that community, like, who cares?
You know, exactly. We wanted to normalize it. Now you will say, oops, what's that? It's not needed. Because at the time, like, we even remember the first time a mom breastfed in front of us, and we were all like, whoa!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And then the dad started talking about it, you know, being involved. So that's one group. The other group was me and my friends. They owned retail stores, and then also one mom, Tessa, owned Mommy Academy, which was a TV show at the time. And we formed the group Mom's Team.
Ooh,
Which was Moms Towards Educated and Active Motherhood.
Wow,
So this was 20. Our
okay.
first event was Moms in the New Millennium.
Y2K, ganyan.
Y2K.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, we were
okay.
worried about the Y2K bug. I guess people won't know what I'm talking about.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I am familiar with the Y2K,
Yeah,
yes.
so imagine that was 25 years ago.
Yes,
So that's why
literally,
that's why it's
yes.
25 years. Because, so these moms really, I wasn't even an events organizer then. So I learned a lot working with them, and really we're trying to like nurture fellow moms and really keeping our ears on the ground on what we could talk about that's relevant. So,
But then, social media wasn't a thing then.
no.
How did you do that?
Like I would go to hospitals and drop flyers in the hospital.
Legit. This is legit.
Clinics. Yeah, with my clothes, I had a bag. Actually, I've never said this, Kimmy.
You see?
Yeah.
We need to know this because, you know what, I was just telling in my other interview, I was saying, nakakaingit. Because now, the communities have social media. One click, create a community, create a page. And look at this one, you know, going to hospitals.
I had a bag.
I
I had a maleta of clothes. I'd go clinic by clinic and talk to the
Nakikilibutan ako.
The OB. I hadn't said this story in a long time. I talked to the secretary and the OB. That's why I still know them, the OBs. And I asked them to, I showed them my clothes and stuff and give flyers of my...
Bakit ako? Naiiyak ako kasi feel
emotional ka.
Emotional ako. Bakit ako yung
I see you
emotional?
tearing up.
Yeah. Because I know how, oh my God, iyak na ako.
Yeah.
She made me cry tuloy. She made me cry in this interview, baliktad. But I really feel that. Because it's difficult to start something.
Yeah.
Right?
Really.
Feel ko.
You just don't know, for the younger folk. Like, I used to... iyak din ako.
Papatisyo kami. Papatisyo kami, please. Like,
sayang our
oo,
makeup.
at sayang.
Blow, blow, blow.
Yun. Kasi talagang, okay lang, papakita natin. Yan. Cry na cry ako, girl. Ayan. Feel na feel. Kasi feel na feel ko yung passion. You know?
I know.
Yung parang, who would do that now? Yung ngayon i-email na lang or i-message sa Instagram, yung ganyan. Parang, ayoko pumunta ng hospital.
Needless to say, I had a lot of energy then, right?
Okay, yes. Okay, game.
So I would also call landline and talk to each like magazine editor, newspaper editor, and request for like the ad of our event to come out, a radio ads, you know. Because that's the only way you could reach people.
Yeah.
And put the poster in the school and in the hospital.
Grabe, diba? Oo.
Yeah, like really on the ground. It was
Yes.
called guerrilla marketing.
Yes.
Because no budget, right?
Correct.
So that's how I
Yes.
started my mom clothes and then events. And then
Yes.
I also love print. Another first business was my Mommy Pages directory. There was no Google.
Nung sa akin may Google na.
So because of my printing press background with my dad,
yeah.
I always loved paper and print.
Correct,
Right? So,
yes.
And I was the type of mom who would keep cards in my bag. Like, or if I see a school sign, I'll write down the name and then...
Okay.
Because that's the only way you'll know. It's so foreign to your audience.
Parang what is she talking about?
Oh my God!
What is that?
Without the internet, how will you know that there's a school here or a store here?
Correct,
You
yeah.
just have to look at it
Yes.
and remember the address.
Right, yeah. No, I remember, like, when I was doing my thesis, I had to look for Filipino-Chinese schools in the Green Hills area.
Yeah.
I had to drive and comb
Yes.
each street.
Or the Yellow Pages.
Yes.
Which, by the way, is my first job.
Correct.
That's
Yes.
where I worked.
Yes,
So my Yellow Pages family, I'm super close to them still.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
So that's the background also of my Mommy Pages. I would go to brands to put ads in my directory.
Yes.
And I was a calligrapher. It was a calligraph stapled set of paper. Kasi wala pong Canva nun, guys.
Okay.
So,
Ikaw yung Canva
Mommy
nun.
Pages.
Oo.
And then I'll say, this magazine or this book will come out in, for example, August.
Correct.
10,000 copies will be given out to moms for free.
Yes.
And you just have to put an ad.
Yeah. Galing.
So I would go to brands and then, and one brand manager actually said, siguro naawa, kasi in my eyes now were sparkling
Yeah,
with
baka
passion.
ganyan. Feel na
Ay,
feel.
sabi niya, I'll put ads in your magazine if you do my mall tour.
Oh, wow.
And at the time, I wasn't doing events. So I was like, mall tour? I don't do that. And then he said, but you can.
Yes.
Because I was organizing small. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
Kahit hindi alam, di ba? Okay,
Kasi basta
you'll
lang
say yes.
magka-add yung magazine. So, nabuhay may magazine and nabuhay may events company.
Okay,
Which
yes.
was Creative Juice.
Yes, so this is now the other one. Parang it's just, giving birth to so many things.
Yes. And I think that for me, I'll make Sing It a lesson is
Yeah.
really just being open to possibilities, and just flowing with whatever comes. Diba they say
Yes.
nga, if opportunities come, just say yes.
Yes. It's
Just say yes.
I just posted that the other day. Like, if an opportunity presents itself, that
Yeah.
means you're ready for it.
Yes.
So you
that's
just say
true.
yes. And if it's not for you, then it's gonna fail lang.
Yeah.
But it's also a lesson, so it's still a gift.
Yes,
Right?
right.
So I love that. Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Okay.
My Mommy Pages directory, I printed that for 10 years, like 2
Wow.
copies a year. And since it was free,
Yeah.
it was a finite number. So I put it in Starbucks, I put it in the cafes and
Really?
give it away in
Okay.
preschools. And then I would hear stories of people photocopying it and giving it out. Kasi nga it's nauubos.
Correct.
So I'd be like, they photocopy it and then they have it in their bag.
Oh
So this
my
was pre-Google.
gosh.
But now you just Google things. So,
I love that.
But
I
that
love
was like,
that, yeah.
it was nice. I love that project of
Yes.
mine. And that actually made me connected to a lot of establishments. So until
Yes,
now,
yeah.
I'm still connected with a lot of them.
Relationship,
So
your
that's why.
connection. That's one of your, I guess that's one of your
Yeah, my
strengths.
strengths.
You have now different, ano ba yun, conglomerates? What do you call that? Like different branches of Mommy Mundo already. Like you have the mompreneurs, you have the expo mom, you have the babies, you have like, and the dads
Yeah.
as well, right? Tell us all about that.
Yeah, actually, what happened was I was doing the events and I was doing Mommy Pages and I was doing Mommy Matters, my clothing line. And then I set up a website. So nag-internet na, guys.
Ah, wow, ito, nagkaroon na ng internet. Mga ano
Yes.
year yun?
So,
Website
Kimi,
yan.
You were born na.
Oo, website yan.
Yeah, I set up my first website.
HTML? Or
WordPress naman.
WordPress,
But I was the only one doing it. Like, I do the blogs and I
Yes,
take pictures and things like that. And then I market it to ads, to brands, and no one would care.
Yeah,
Like, who's
yeah.
gonna read that, right? But anyway, I just stuck to it.
Yeah.
And that was one of 2 websites in the Philippines for
yes.
moms. So I was doing all these brands, sub-brands. And I found it hard to explain. Like, people say, what do you do? Oh, I do Mommy Matters, Mommy Pages. And so I said, I should have an umbrella brand.
Correct, yeah.
And I thought of Mommy Mundo. Because I wanted Filipino brand
Okay.
na mommy.
Yes.
So when I thought of it, I actually went to people and said, what do you think about my brand?
Yeah.
And then they said, Mundo talaga, Mundo.
oo,
Hindi Mundo. Yeah, it's Mundo.
Wala lang,
It's
Mundo.
smart eh. It's
Oo,
Mommy Mundo.
Oo.
And then he said, no, people are just gonna say Mundo. I'm like,
Ah.
if they say it, then they
Okay.
can't enter the event. No?
Gusto ko yan! Oo, may
No, so-
pa-snob appeal.
Yeah. So but then in the whole history, no
Yeah.
one said Mundo at all. Like,
Yes.
it's always been Mommy Mundo.
Mundo. Okay. When was
It's
that?
cool.
What year was
That
that?
was 08.
2008.
2008.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
2008.
nung 2000, meron na nung...
I would do little
Oo,
things.
little things.
That's why unofficially.
Yes, but
Yeah.
officially 2008.
Yes.
Amazing.
And Expo Mom was also born then. So that's
2008
the...
also.
Yeah,
Oh,
08.
wow.
So
So,
Expo Mom is the event, the
Right.
lifestyle event for me.
So presently, what really do
Yeah.
you have under the Expo?
Yeah,
under Mommy Mundo. What do
So
you
a
have?
lot. So we have Mommy Mundo is the mother brand, literally the mother
Yes,
brand.
yeah.
And then we have Expo Mom, which is the event.
Events.
And then we have we don't have mommy pages anymore, but it might come back soon.
I should. I
and
think
then-
I'm demanding.
Yeah. And then you have Mompreneurs Together, which is the mompreneur advocacy, because that's what actually started Expo Mom.
Okay.
Basically an incubation of
Yes.
mompreneur brands. And then Mompreneurs Together is our mompreneur community. And then we have Momfluence, which is our
Okay.
momfluencer
Wow.
network.
Okay.
And then we have a lot of others like pregnant or events. So Pregnant
Yes.
Pause, the Mompreneur Summit.
Yeah.
We even have Mommy Milkshake.
Yes.
Mommy Milkshake Run, which is gonna happen in August. I'm claiming that.
Yes.
That's our run that we used to do for Breastfeeding
Yeah.
Month. A lot of sub-brands and also a lot of like campaigns meaningful campaigns that we've done that has stuck. For example, You the Mom.
Yeah.
You the Mom. Can you say that with me?
You the Mom. Ayan. Ano yung you the mom?
Telling the mom that she's important
Okay.
and just really celebrating every mom. So that's my podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
Love it.
Yeah.
You said something that
Yeah.
I received, and I want to connect it to the consistency. And you said, I just stuck with it. I just stuck with it.
Yeah.
How do you stick with things? I know a lot of people are
Yeah.
wondering, how can I stick with this? Like, they're really so passionate about something, and then they end up, they'll quit na lang. Or, nobody's, the reception is low, etc. How did you stick with it
Yeah.
consistently? Because it's difficult when
Yeah.
like you're sticking with something and it's not sticking.
Yeah.
What do we do?
The sticking with it for me is, as I mentioned in episode 1, is just playing. So I realized that I was really just enjoying every moment, creating, and also seeing that we were answering needs of mothers
Yes.
along the way. Like, also, the market that I serve, the community I serve, is very, very generous and loving. So they give back.
Yeah.
Like the love. Whatever you... Naiyak na naman.
Maraming tissue. Crying episode pala ito, guys.
Kasi that's what's hard if you're consistent. Even if you give and give, but nothing comes back.
Correct.
That's what's hard.
Yeah.
So I would have to say that's one. Like, I give and I give. The team works hard to
Yeah.
give. And then always, maybe 99.9%, the moms come to attend
Yeah.
or they just tell us we've helped them, whatever feedback or
Yeah.
love they give back. So
Yeah.
that helps. And I guess that comes with really being receptive to needs. So another
Correct.
point of consistency is being anchored on purpose. So
Yes.
the purpose of Mommy Mundo has always been service. So meaning, we always ask, how do we serve moms? And moms change. Like,
Yeah.
me, the mom of 2000.
Yes.
It's
Iba sa
different
millennial
from-
moms.
Yeah.
Iba sa Gen Z moms.
Ngayon, Gen Z
Diyos
moms
ko.
na.
Oo, ang daming klase.
Yeah, so
different
iba-iba.
needs.
The attitudes are different. The way they learn is different. The way they
Right.
engage or what events they want are different.
Yeah.
So I'm always like thinking, how can I serve? Is this still relevant? Is this still important?
Yeah.
And I never want to do fluffy things.
Yeah.
So
Or yung parang uso lang. Ganyan.
uso lang
Oo.
or mabenta lang. I'm super not like that. I guess
So the integrity is there.
Integrity's there, and because of the purpose, you stay relevant because
Right.
they're based on the needs and the wants of whoever you're serving. It helps to be consistent because
Right.
whatever happens, it will resonate
Yeah.
to people.
I want to dabble a
Yeah.
little bit into that purpose thing because people always talk about that. Like, you
Yes.
need to know your why you're doing that. And some are clear,
Yeah.
some are not clear. Maybe my question would be, how are you so clear with what Mommy Mundo is actually doing? Like, how are you clear about your purpose?
I guess maybe it's because it's a very personal business. Like, it really stemmed from my own needs as a mom, and then it also, I guess, fed into my wanting to be empathic and serve, right, and making an impact. So that's where the purpose comes from, and then it just flowed from there. So it's not hard, unlike if you're on a laundromat or something. So in that sense, I wouldn't claim too much of the of the credit, because it's really, the business itself is easy to really connect with my personal purpose.
I'm going to be a little bit more realistic this time, because I also have, like, I guess, my own business, entrepreneur, and when I guess people parang they get their hearts broken when there's also no money coming in. Have you experienced that? Na parang,
I can tell you I don't have money.
gagawin ko pa ba to? Wala naman pumapasok. Like, how?
That is true. That is true. So I guess business peak in Monmy Mundo, ever since I started, I would always have this mindset na basta hindi lugi.
Okay.
So
break even pwede.
Even with my team, they'll just say, how much budget do we have? I will not set a budget, but with the cost, at least we're not in the red.
Okay.
So that it's a business, right?
Correct.
Otherwise, it's a hobby. Di ba what they say?
If
you're not making money,
hobbies,
you have a nice hobby. So sometimes I think, hobby ba to? But so far, no naman. So it's because it's yun nga, passion and purpose-driven and service-oriented. So for me, I guess I had that benefit also of basta hindi lugi, I'm okay. Not everyone has that benefit, right? So for me, that was my, even until now, if I really want an event or a project, and it's not good business, I'm not saying this is a good business strategy, because when you say lugi, it's baka your time and effort is not compensated, right? But that's how I started and went on for so long, I guess. Being blessed in a way that I guess I was one of the first. So whatever we innovated on was always new. And then yun nga, my relationships with our stakeholders was really, really strong. And there's trust there. So parang whatever we put out, it would always be not easy, but doable to like at least make it earn a little bit. So that's what I was doing. To be able to sustain an endeavor that's purpose-driven is not easy if there's nothing coming in. But really, at the start, you just have to invest. So what happens is, kasi honestly, Monmy Mundo started with a lot of advocates sharing into the mission pro bono. Like a lot of my speakers, my friends, doctors, teachers, coaches, every time I call them, they won't even ask me if there's
energy exchange ba? Ganun ba? Nag-yes lang sila talaga. Trusting in the community.
Photographers. Oh my God, I can name all of them. That's why in my 20th year, I had like 10 pages of names.
Oh my
I'm like, I have to.
Yes.
Because that's how it started, and because they can see your purpose. Like they can really see.
It just radiates, right?
And if not for them, maybe I wouldn't be able to sustain. The purpose has to be really clear, and as I say, if you build it, they will come, right? Whether it be people cheering for you, people supporting you, making it happen, and people attending, and people like really resonating with the message. So I was blessed to have that kind of support even until today. It's really a blessing and amazing, and I guess a miracle. So that's how it was for 20 years.
Amazing. We talked about the money matters already. Any other challenges while building this entire community that you can think of?
There have been challenging times. Like even with HR is one. Like really having a team that understands what the work that you do, and that it's not always easy. And me pa, I like to think of new things all the time. So even on days that, or years that I'll slow down.
Hindi naman talaga. Like, or I'll be on vacation. But after vacation,
after vacation, I have so many, like 20 different events. So that's one, the team. I also know that the universe or God sends people to support you, like even team-wise. Like I'd see a friend and she needs a job, and like perfect timing. So that's one. And then of course competition. Like there's so many now, like different groups doing the same thing. Of course, the challenge there, it's good for moms because there's so much support for moms. The challenging thing there is the sustainability. Like we all have to be somehow make a profit and be sustainable. So the challenge there is innovating again and trying to make yourself new and relevant still. And then the third is of course personally being away. I moved to Canada and also my time and energy.
Yes.
Always managing it while being able to be there for my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Thank you so much for sharing all of that, the history of Mommy Mundo, how it was built and everything with matching tears. And I am so looking forward to our next episode where we will be talking about what Mommy Mundo is now and what the future looks like for Mommy Mundo. So thank you so much, guys, for having us today.
Bye.
Bye.